Hey, Push new little video. This one is a little update on projects that are coming because there's a lot of things coming in. The first one, yep, BB is now a real ham. So I finally passed my, I redid my exam, and so here in Canada, it's a little bit like the American, but we only have two exams. But one of our exams is kind of separated in two categories. I think in the States it would be like the equivalent of like I always mix them, but in the States there's three exams. Us, we have two. The first one is called the basic. But if you have less than 80 on the exam, which is 100 questions, so if you have less than 180 questions right, you can only stay on the VHF modes. You can do the 6 meters, but you cannot go below that. Versus here, so now when you get 80 and plus, then you have all amateur bands and stuff. And so my first exam I had 74, so I was just shy of the 80. And I studied, I redid the exam and everything, and I had, I think, 82 this time. So now I'm full HF and everything. So it's great. I'll be buying, I already started to put money aside and stuff to buy my new radio. I'm really have my eyes like at 90% unless something really changed on the KX2 by Elecraft. It's brand new radio that just came out, I think last year or the year before, and it's very small. I'll put like the link down. It's very small, very portable, will be great for soda. I just actually saw a great video yesterday of a guy. Actually, if you, it's kind of interesting. If you think I got a thick accent, wait till you hear this guy. And he's from the accent. I think he's from Quebec as well. It's funny when you're like, ooh, he's got an accent. But yeah, great video. Like he really shows everything. And I'll show the video just for all the capacity. The kits himself that he have, I think it's about this size, and it has everything. So you can do, and there's this new little modules that you can basically now your radio. So I don't need a computer or a screen. My computer can basically become a can do PSK 31s and stuff like that. So awesome little module. So I'm looking forward for that one. So I think around December I should be able to purchase, which is great because right now we're kind of in the shoulder season. There's not enough snow. It's a little bit too cold. So I've been mostly this is actually for my my birthday gift. I started to do trail running. I get my ass kicked, but okay. So yeah, I'm focusing more now on trail running and stuff. So this is on the amateur radio. Last year I wanted to start doing. I wanted 2016 to kind of be security, but I got really so focused on communication. I really just loved it more, or not that I didn't think I would love it, but I didn't think I would. I don't know. The year went by that I got so focused on it, and I'm really glad because it became like a great, and then the projects now on the giveaway kit, and it's really helping me to get better at what should I know and stuff, because it's such a wild world. It's a little bit I keep telling people, because a lot of people try to ask me sometimes, because amateur radio because they see me study or read stuff and everything, and what I tell them is a lot like nursing. So amateur radio, you have nursing, but you have all kind of nurse. You have a pediatric nurse, you have emergency nurse, you have nurse on the wards, you have cardiology and stuff in there. So there's so many nurse, and they all study one thing, which is nursing, but they all have different tools and stuff. And so then it's deciding what kind of nurse you're going to be. And it's exactly what I'm finding with amateur radio. It's so wide, and then to focus. And so now I'm starting to have my focus a little bit more narrow and everything and stuff. And for every specialty too, you need a different special set of skills. So I'm kind of focused, and so that project is helping me, and it's coming up pretty good. And actually today I'm going to work on a video. I don't know if it's going to come out today or the next few days, but the kind of initial part of my thinking and stuff, because I want people to get involved as well, and it's kind of a trial and error, so that the kit will be almost this perfect, not perfect kit, but at least a good kit at the end for giving to people. And this is where it's hard, because you have to kind of almost get yourself out a little bit, just like when I work on medical stuff. It's like, it's easy for me to like, what's the perfect kit for me? Well, I have the knowledge, I have this, I have that and stuff, but it's harder to get out of your personality or of your knowledge and start thinking, if it's not me, but would like to think like me, what would you need, and what would you this, and what would you that? So somebody that doesn't have this but still need. So it's more like, it's not so much how do you get somebody that doesn't have the skills to the same like if I take, for example, wound care, the end goal is the same: treat the wound the best way and stuff and everything. But somebody that doesn't have those knowledge, how do I take that gap? How do I take a novice to think like me, and what tools do I give them so that I can use that? So I find it's, and I'm not an expert at all with radios, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. So that's another thing. So I started. So 2017. My goal will be more, because radios, I'm starting to have the hang of it and stuff, and so I want to decrease a little bit, because if not, I'm going to be just an amateur radio and nothing else. So I wanted to become more security. So in 2017, I'm thinking about going for. I'm starting to look around. There's a school here for tactical shooting, and so I may take 2 big class, one for handguns, so it's like all the emergency and how the clearance and stuff. I already have my certificate for harm position, so safety and everything, but I really want to be able more to like draw and practice, and so this is what I'm going to be my focus on 2017, and buy airsoft guns so I can practice dry runs and dry stuff, and so I get better at manipulating weapons. And I started Krav Maga, and so today that's why I'm a little bit sore. It's awesome though. The workup is just ridiculous. I get my butt ass kick literally on whole sides, because I've never been a really anaerobic person. I've been always more stuff like hiking or climbing and stuff, which is a little bit long range, so it's a little bit like instead of a sprint runner, it's more like marathon. So it's a little bit hard for me. I'm really have a steep curve. There's a lot of exercise, because it's really like yesterday we just did a session, and holy, the last 15 minutes was like you punching for 20 seconds like very hard, and then you go down, and then you do burpees for 20 seconds, and then you get up, and then we had to do and I didn't know how easy a certain way it was. So basically what you have to do is the fireman carry. So basically this person's in front of you, and you have to go and lift down your arm. Like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. And then you do it over and over and over and over. And it's great because there's really like, it's very specialized muscle, because during the exercise I don't really feel it, but today, you know, like you you go to grab something, like, oh yeah, it feels it. So so I started to do Krav Maga. Awesome. I'm really looking forward for the workup and stuff, and to improve my cardio. So that's another thing. And like I said, in the winter, 2 courses I should take. And also on skills wise, the other one that I'm looking at, I was thinking about going for a class, but I think it'll be too hard with my schedules, because I work like a lot of a shift on, and then I have some days off and stuff. It's a little bit hard to go on the course like for like the Monday, because a lot of the course out there for the Monday to Friday people, so like Tuesdays evening for X. So but it's hard for me because I'll work sometimes Saturdays, I'll work sometimes Wednesdays, so it's hard for me to go on stuff. And then when you get to the trades, well, you you'll work like 10 shifts in a row and then you have no days off. So it's terrible. But so what I'm going to be doing is weather. There's a course for sailors, and it's all about clouds and stuff and everything. And you can do it either in a class, but there's also the material can be bought. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of make myself online learn basically weather, and so read the books, do the exercise and stuff, and try to stay focused on that, so that at the end I have a much better understanding, because it's kind of it's good for the outdoors too, to understand, okay, yeah, this is coming. It's good for obviously if you're on a boat and to understand what's the weather is coming, and obviously it's a great skills when the grid is down and you wanted to kind of should I go, whatever and stuff. So it's a multi-layered skill, so that's why I think it's worth the investment. It's been kind of a long thing. I always kind of read a little bit about it and stuff, but never really focused on it. This time I'm gonna focus. So this is my my next few months coming in and stuff. The medication took kind of a little aside. My schedule changed a little bit, and it was a little bit harder, and the weather kind of crappy and stuff. But today, the next few days, I have some days off, and so I'll refocus on that. I read a few chapter and stuff, and I wanted to ask people because. So that's all. I'll hand up the video. But one question I wanted to ask, well, as I'm reading the book that I'm on, what to use for certain product and how to do herbs, I have not much I don't have much learning about that, and so this is why I read that stuff. But if anybody would like, so I don't know if you guys would be, so Pousineau would be interested in me kind of putting something together of what I'm reading. It would make two goals. First, it would inform you, but again, to keep in mind that it's really like I'm reading it and I'm showing it. So like I don't know my the extent of the knowledge, but it would be good to share. And the second thing is that I always find that by sharing and having to put it all together, it makes you learn more. So they say that you retain, I think, something like 76-80% of the things that you teach. So when you teach stuff, then you have to think differently and you connect, and I find it works really great for me. So that's why I stay up to date on my nursing, because a lot of time I have students, and so I have to teach them stuff. And so with the repetition and how I frame it in my brain, it works. So if people would be interested, just let me know in the comments down, and we'll I'll do it. So that was a quick update on what's going on here, and I'll talk to you soon.